Yo, good morning. Mahama about global info analytics. And Sunday, 5th October. Obekaya the NPP race no ebetuja sometime last week or maybe Monday and you shared the details of the race no among delegates delegate Omamotuaba NPP flag bearers no say no moka the best the race niko across the nation. Na asanhwe race no in different blocks no yachimo be 9 ye would account block regions are account for doors so chain bia no ye kan nyina bomu ene ehwe hwan no bono homodi ewo ho ene de northern blocks nyina so bomu ene ehwe se hwan no bono homodi ewo ho ene de voter ne oti ebomu ene ehwe hwan no bono homodi ewo ho ansana isaye swing no Greater Accra Central and Western region yehwe hwan na bo no homodin so ho across the country delegate no yin pa be 2700 and over in a year survey no all the 16 regions. A frame delegate or telephone so randomly. But telephone no epic numbers 241 constituencies. So delegates are almost 241 in a telephone no randomly epic and a number in kita. Your delegates no are more twabano. I more from polling station executives no. Your omo number omunina beto abano your number to omo ene efre omo no omo ye be 95% of omo moto MPP aba but mo jide say omo awon be ka ho still that number no be around 90% or slightly more and omo adwen no and be determine who becomes MPP flag bearer. I don't believe say omo edom beka hono ombesisa album no materially into this sample from nearly 90% no a very fair representation of the delegates view. According saying MPP race among delegates Bawumia 47%, Kennedy 17%, Brian Achampon 3%, Yao Osei Edichum 1%, Kobna Ejepon 1%, 4% say almost ominum the Ombetwama but Omon country a from not disclosed for, and 27% say Omoye undecided Omunanya Mabian say Ombetwama we and now we. Inti we and a race no across the country. We they happen here between August and September. August na Bawumia 52%. Afe Eswati about 47%. But drop 5%. Brian Champon 3%. And 3% NCSI. Or say Edichum 1%. Still 1% NCSI. Kennedy now 17. Still 17 NCSI. But Kobna de Ajapon na over 0. Afe 1%. Akosro 1%. Omo amose omo country no more 9%. Afe Eswati about 4%. And now omo amose omo ye undecided no. Na ewo 18. Afe 27%. We share the course between August and September no. Bawumia number na tieso no. Tieso echo undecided. And tieso anko Kennedy and now Brian and now Yao Edichum. And we share almost say undisclosed no so almost no omoka omo undecided no. Inti we na race no at the moment. Now analysis big. Ya share block na me bon ho asem no o me kan ho asem no. Opa account block no Bawumia lead 39%. I mean, we can 8 main account region Bumwa, Hono, Bawumia, 39%, Kennedy was 20%, Brian Achampon 3%, Osei Edichum 3%, not disclosed for Kobna Ejapon 1%, not disclosed 4%, and 30% say we are undecided. 30%. It was true. Over Northern Bloc, over all the 5 northern regions, Kabuma, Bawumia, it was 71%, Kennedy 6%, Dr. Brian Achampon 1%, Edichum near 0, Kobna Ejapon near 0. But 3% here not disclosed or undisclosed, and 19% here undecided. Uba more voter uti block noa. Bawumia over 48%. Kennedy over 16%. Dr. Brian Achampon 3%. Ya Osei Edichum 1%. Kobna Ejapon 0%. Not disclosed for 8%, but undecided 24%. Oba swing block no swing ne Greater Accra Central Region and a Western Region. Bawumia 45%, Kennedy 24%, Brian Achampon 3%, Osei Edichum 1%, Kobna Ejapon 1%, 4% not disclosed and 21% undecided. Inti say and a race niti across the nation among delegates. Metwaba delegates no and blocks no ya chechire mu see the blocks no tie yo about global info analytics and Sunday 5th October 2025 we did the Musa Dankwah me head of research and polls our global info analytics and ye be chechire mu NDC for race no kakra see the race in the economy. We ain't delegate. There be we need delegate. It be sad Ghana for say among country. When isusu say only the NDC after John Mahama. We need delegate. We a man for and a much of my dream. Until the results on every month and pay. You release poll no last Monday or so, but then the manya akwanya may be the 3 version ma a man for atiasi. Ibisa man for Ghana Kajina, and any pay 9,500 ending kita. Well, Ghana Kajina in about 83 constituencies. Na inom din kita. And Ibisa mo say, why na efata say nka obedi the MDC after Mahama. Ibisa emu nearly 29.8% and 30% say Haruna Idrisu, Minister of Education. Emu 24% say Johnson Asidin Ketia, National Chairman NDC. Emu 18% say Dr. Atofosin, Minister of Finance. Emu 10% say Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff. Emu 8% say Honorable Ablakwa Samuel, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Emu 2.5% say Honorable Eric Opoku, Minister for Agric. Emu 2.2% say Professor Joshua Alabi, Board Chairman, GCB. And 2% say Ama Kofi Bua, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And 1.6% say Kwame Iwadapo, former boss, and Tor MD. And Dr. Spio Gabra, a former ambassador and a minister of, I think, education some time back. And only 1.1%. Honorable Okovandapoy, former mayor of Accra, 0.1%. We a amount for Adrian Omo the Chile, we NDC delegate. Delegate Omadrin could be different. Yankasubim delegate no Omadrin could be different. But if preferences in Muna July no more hefa, I feel omo. If you much said 100 risu or cost 3% between July and September. I said in Kitia echo form 2%. At the forcing echo form 4%. Deborah Julius and also call form 1%. A Blackwell answer. and omo a don't become hono almost 4% every bidum chain. Joshua at the force and name General Mosquito and Deborah numbers no echo form. Don't know echo in the phone idea, it don't become reason no. And I be so called Haruna Idris chain. Now, Oshe NDC for some year NDC supporters, NDC for why not almost support no. Infinity, almost some year NDC at can sample a teacher for no, a cheetah for no, 25% support to a saving Ketia, 33% support to Haruna Idrisu, 20% support to Arthur Forcing, 7% support to Deborah, and another 7% support to Ablakwa. Inti NDC for Kwano, see, and Omajin Echre. Now, we blocks no, see the NPP for block no. We hear the same blocks no. If I can block no. I can block what the mosquito over 29%. And yet Haruna Bium any lead or can block no. There be a mosquito 29%. At forcing no 18 no. I can block no over 21%. Haruna na over 30 no. I can block no over 20%. Julius Deborah na over 10 no. I can block no over 14%. Ablakwa na over 8 no. And I can block no or 7%. Mayor up to this point, main core because the numbers near just 2% or below. Uba the northern block no, Haruna over 59%. General Nasedun Ketia over 17%. At forcing over 9%. Ablakwa 4%. And Julius Deborah 3%. So in the northern block no, top 5 no in the Haruna 59%, Nasedun Ketia 17%, at forcing 9%, Ablakwa 4%, Julius Deborah 3%. Uba voter block no. Ablakwa any leading 29%. Haruna 18%. At forcing 13%. General Mosquito 12%. And Julius Deborah 7%. Voter and vote block. But the swing regions no swing no Greater Accra, Western region and Central region. We regions are critical for you to win the elections. Why na leading? Haruna Elidibium 29%. And at forcing 27%. Asedun Ketia 22%. Julius Deborah 7%. Ablakwa 6%. Into here in the swing this no Haruna Idrisu again, but at forcing from 3rd to 2nd, Mosquito from 2nd to 3rd, and Deborah 4th, and Ablakwa 5th. So that race at the end no and society. So this is the race. NDC for Omochre Omajin Achre. Now, Oshe see the NDC race no kwa in terms of amount for Adwin, we need delegate, amount for Omochre Omajina. Obehu say, account for vote no as split among plenty accounts. At forcing account for 18%. Asedun Ketia account 24%. Deborah account 10%. Erikopoku account 2.5%. Amabua account 2%. Erikopoku Kofi 1.6% account. Nti account for no askata ewo race no. Eno na ama dominantly Haruna Idrisu lead at the moment. Say among for every muna ya aligning race no e be won say race no e be look a bit different among general voters. We mamen kaso si mamen cambium enye NDC delegate. Aba omokoto in 2017 ombe leader no enye Ghana for enebeto eye NDC delegate. E do appropriate time ye the NDC delegate 4 years obeto dwa. Afi eno eye too early for us to do that. But time no so na e feel say time no dru a e be ma mohu NDC for delegate no ehifa ena omo adwen ewo. Say when the video here, video who just like it, comment and share it. We enye ntokwa we amount for our omochiro madwin. Yemfa we enkun tokwa. Me that's it.